it just never gets old. All right, what is up guys, JaretCampisi. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of the custom S1000RR series. You know the drill, we're customizing this bike, we're giving it away when we're done. If you would like to help support this project and be entered to win this insane motorcycle, check out the Patreon page. It's always the first link in the description below. I'm heading back down to Santa Barbara Ducati. We're going to be installing a fender eliminator for this from NRC, from our sponsor Manny at Moto Million, and also removing the passenger pegs. I think we're going to save, I'd say 2 to 4 pounds with this mod today. Good God, those freaking pops. And yeah, I'm excited for this, man. It's going to really clean up the back end. It's going to look a lot better. And anytime you make something look better and save weight, it's a win in my book. So I'm going to enjoy my ride down there. Good God. And I'll check in with you guys when we get there. So one other thing I wanted to mention, if you saw the last video when I rode this thing for the first time, after putting the full titanium exhaust system on it and the Bren flash and all that, unfortunately it just doesn't come across on camera like it does when you're sitting here on the bike. The sound I'm talking about. So yeah, what I'm hearing right now is like it's 10 times more enhanced than what comes through to you guys on the audio. I tried my best to kind of like beef up the sound and screwed with the audio and everything, but there's really just no way to capture what you're gonna feel on the bike. So my apologies. If you have ideas of how to get better sound from a motorcycle, let me know. But man, it just sounds so ridiculous, man. I've ragged on inline 4-cylinders in the past about just being boring, or you know, they don't sound great or whatever. This bike sounds incredible, and let me tell you, when it's this fast, it's impossible to be boring. All right, so we have arrived at Santa Barbara Ducati, got the bike up on the lift. Gonna be working with Rory today, and this is what we're gonna be installing. So this is the New Rage Cycles Tail Tighty. I believe this is still the only one available for the BMW, so it's literally gonna get rid of this. And with the way BMW did this bike, the brake lights and the turn signals are integrated into this whole entire fender. So this kit right here is the brake lights and the turn signals. I think it'll sit like this. So really nice kit, and it's going to be like a tucked kit too, so it's going to be super nice. We got all the parts here. We're pulling up the directions online. But one thing I will say, I do think BMW should have done at least the brake lights integrated, because the back of the bike, just like the front of the bike, is a chance to kind of give the bike a statement, right? So when you see a bike going down the line, if you see like the Diavel, you see the 1260, like the way the brake lights are on that, or even the Panigale V4 has that beautiful brake setup in the back. With BMW doing this and allowing like basically the third parties to make parts to create their brake lights setup, I think that's kind of a mistake on their part. They did such a good job with the front headlights, the design of this, you know, like that's another statement part of the bike. I think that they should have designed something so at least the brake lights were designed into the bike. That's one of my only gripes with it, but again, stoked to be putting on this fender eliminator and cleaning all this up, because I think it's going to save some weight too. We're going to get rid of that guy, we're going to get rid of the passenger pegs, and we'll weigh it all and see how much this saves, so stay tuned. All right, so first thing we did was pull the seat off, pull the rear seat off, and we're just kind of checking connectors to see how this all connects. I did want to mention, if you guys are interested in getting one of these systems for your S1000RR, Manny at Moto Million, and you can save yourself some money, use code CAMPISI at checkout. This, from what I've seen, is the best integrated system, tail tighty fender eliminator system that is available for the bike. So I think this is the one I would recommend for sure. All right, so we're pulling the passenger pegs off while we have them here. We're gonna keep the bolts out too. And again, we actually have a full carbon tail section coming, so this entire thing is gonna be replaced anyway in the future. But for now, I wanted to show you, for you guys who are keeping a stock tail section, which 99% of the population would, if you wanna do this fender eliminator and remove the passenger pegs, we'll see how much weight you would save. I think it's gonna be pretty good. All right, so next we're working on this fender here. Looks like it was a couple bolts underneath to pull it off, but then obviously it's connected to all kinds of stuff inside, so it's not gonna come off just yet. All right, so it looks like we do need to get into these side little parts here. So what we're gonna do is pull these plastic fairings off, and then we should be able to get into the harnesses that we're going to piggyback onto. There are a bunch of clips in here, so we're going to have to be really careful we don't break those off. So actually I think I'll just let him do his thing here. All right, so there was clips. He basically pulled off this way and then popped it off as he went. You can see all these clips right here, and it looks like
the dangerous one.
Yeah, that's the one you want to
just pull
really,
it aft as you do it.
Yeah, exactly. So you just kind of slide it off, pull it off this way, and then slide it off that way.
Be careful, you don't rush into it.
Yeah, just be very gentle. You got to rub it gently. So we're gonna repeat the process on the other side, and these were the harnesses plugs that we were looking for. That's why these aren't the droids you're looking for. That's why we had to take those off.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. And if you're doing this at home, it does feel like you're breaking it. That's normal. There you go. He saved that one too. So remember, 3 clips up top, 2 on the bottom, and then just that little lip right there. Be gentle. Ease it in there. Yeah, make sure she's lubed up and ready to go. So Rory just had a really good point. He said, whenever you are removing this, just verify that it goes to the right side. Because he said he's taken bikes apart before that don't go to the right side. Yeah. So he's verifying everything. We're gonna remove this side, then we'll be able to finally take all this stuff off and weigh it. All right, so we got all the plugs unhooked, and we got that monstrosity removed. I absolutely hate those things. They have to do it from the factory for legal reasons, but oh God, it feels good to get that thing out of there. All right, so weighing all of the stock stuff that we took off to a little bit over 2 pounds. Okay, and that's not including the license plate. We're actually putting the kit together right now. Rory, bring that license plate over here real quick. So Rory mentioned when this is on here like this, you have to be really careful, because if you try to squeeze this in there in order for the bolts to fit, you can pinch these wires right here. See that? Oops, let me focus. There you go. So Rory said it's very common. He's just gonna notch the plate so that it fits right down in there without screwing with the wire. So that's what we're doing right now. Then we'll put this whole kit together and weigh it and see how much weight we save. Teener Wiener just showed up. How was it out there? Oh, it's so dark I can't even see you. Weird. That's better. How was it out there?
How was what?
How was the LASIK? Laser hair removal. Laser?
LASIK is the eye.
Okay, alright. You know what? You don't need to come here and just start undermining me on my video.
It's painful. Like,
yeah?
super painful. Yeah.
Are you glad it's done?
Yeah.
She had her legs done yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, she's all white because she can't be in the sun or else the laser doesn't work.
Look at my whiteness.
Yeah.
I can't wait for summer.
So much for being Egyptian, huh?
Happy early birthday.
Oh yeah. Don't tell YouTube. Look how it's going over here, guys. Look how nice that looks. So Rory actually we did bolts on the top, and then he did zip ties on the bottom, because this actually rattled loose earlier, well, with the other tail tighty that it came with, and it's very common for these bolts to come loose. So I'm really glad that he did that, because that's the last thing I need to be riding around without a license. Give him any more reason to pull my ass over.
No.
Guys, check this out. Preston, he works here at Ducati. You guys have seen my videos. He has a carbon fiber phone case. Just when I thought I was the carbon fiber man, somebody has to come in here and one-up me. Teens, I need one. Birthday present. Alright guys, so check it out. In order to hold these screws on here, you got to use these spacers they come with here. These guys here. And then you have to put these clips on them, and they are a bitch to get on. And Rory just came up with a brilliant solution. He put this guy on there, and he hammers them right down. So we were sitting there trying to do this for way too long. It's brilliant. Look at that.
So one of the easiest ways to do something. Find the laziest man.
Find the laziest man. I love it. Okay, so before we install everything, we just plugged it all in to make sure it works. So right turn signal. Or there it is, yeah. These are bright as shit. Holy hell. Okay, that works. Left turn signal, Rory? Yep, left turn signal works. Brake. Hit the brake. Yep. It's all integrated. Rear brake. Wow, that is bright as hell. And then tag light is also super bright. So we're good. Now we can feed all the wires correctly and finish the installation. All right, so now we are actually fitting it for real. 2 screws go in the back, and then there's a little, I don't know, what do you want to call this? Like a frame?
A bracket.
A bracket, there we go, thank you. A bracket in there, you can't really see it, it's too dark, but that allows the other 2 screws to screw into that. The spacers make sure that it sits where it's supposed to sit, and we got everything plugged in. We'll tidy this up a little bit, but since this is all gonna come back off for our full carbon subframe, there's really no point of making it perfect in here.
The trick is to...
But we just wanna make sure.
Not to tighten everything out until you get it fit.
Exactly, get it in the right spot.
And we're good. I'll make sure the wire's very good.
It looks really nice. So one other thing that we actually did is this clip right here that goes to the tag light was sitting in here facing down, and there wasn't enough cord to actually get it to come and swing all the way around and plug in up like that. So what he did is just unclip it, and now we can plug it in and put it wherever we want to put it. So that keeps you from having to use more cording from the stock system, which you can do if you want to leave it in the factory position. But once again, all this stuff is going to be redone anyway, and we're saving weight, right? look at all that. Yeah, exactly. So there's a little trick for you guys if you want to do it that way, you can. And again, all of this is going to have to get redone anyway, which again, with these zip ties, we're going to drill holes in the license plate bracket so that we can actually put screws in there, but for now there's just no point, so we're going to leave that in there like that. So Rory just noticed another thing as he was trying to tidy it up over here. There's really no reason you have to run those plugs and all these cords over into the left hand side, right hand if you're sitting on the bike. You can actually just put them right in here. He zip tied them. They look how clean that is. It's beautiful. It's actually cleaner than it was before. Now I actually have more storage space in here. Freaking beautiful. All right, so the final steps, we'll be putting on the plastic fairings on both sides. He took his time making sure he lined up that lip back here, and then it all just snaps into place. Pretty simple when you know how to do it right.
I put a bit of grease on.
Oh, nice. That was smart. So he put a little bit of grease on the areas.
Smart. Senior hates me in the grease, but smart. It matters.
Yeah, it's smart. Just I was going to say, that went in really nicely. Yeah. That's what she said. I just realized too that I weighed this and forgot to show you guys, so we're not going to pull this all back off again. It was right around ½ pound, and then all the stuff that we removed was just over 2 pounds, so we'll call it 1.5 pounds of weight savings, which honestly, once we do the whole carbon tail subframe anyway, I bet that's going to save, my guess would be 5 to 10 pounds, probably something like that, because this is all magnesium, so it's pretty light. It's not regular steel, but you know, 5, 6, 7 pounds maybe just on the back tail section with all that weight up that high. That makes a big difference. All right, so everything is done. Preston's wiping the bike off for us. Just amazing service here at Ducati Santa Barbara, guys. Big family. Rory, thank you for your help today. You crushed it. Appreciate it. We'll be seeing more of Rory in the future. Let's look at this bad boy. Final thoughts. Damn, that is so much better, guys. Pegs are gone. That huge fender's gone. Everything's integrated. I think it actually looks really, really good. I'd say that is by far the best fender eliminator kit that is available, all in one. Your brake lights, your turn signals. It looks absolutely phenomenal. And look at that, super bright LED. Again, if you guys want one, Manny from Moto Million, you can see the brake light there. And it's cool too because the light leaks up into these little, look at that. That is so bright. You can totally see it from the back. So yeah, Manny, Moto Million, if you guys want one, there'll be a link in the description below. You can use code Campisi to save yourself some money and clean up your S1000RR, make it look a lot better, and save some weight at the same time. All right, let's get a start up of the exhaust here. Woo-wee! Sounds so good, boys. So good. Oh, I love it. All right, we out of here. All right, well, people always say they want to see footage of lane splitting in California. This is about as much traffic as we get in Santa Barbara. It only happens for about an hour during rush hour. But yeah, we're allowed to just legally lane split. It's freaking amazing. I don't like to do it super fast just in case people change lanes. You're gonna get hit, you're pretty much screwed. But California's pretty good about being used to seeing motorcycles come, so they're pretty good about getting out of the way. See, you can see this guy's letting me over. Thank you, brother. But yeah, there you go, guys. NRC fender eliminator kit is officially installed. It looks incredible. God, I love the sound of this bike. It looks incredible, and it feels really, really good to me. I hate having those big stock fenders bouncing around while you're trying to ride. I can totally feel it on the bike, and now it just feels so much cleaner to know that that thing's gone, not rattling back there looking like a bag of dicks. Again, huge shout out to Santa Barbara Ducati, Rory for the clean install, Manny from Moto Million for the awesome parts. NRC's an American company, so if you're American, great reason to support them. Get one of these bad boys for your S1000RR, and you can use code Campisi, save yourself some money. We're going to be upgrading the carbon wheels in the next episode, and I cannot freaking wait for that. Again, guys, if you want to be entered to win this bike, make sure you check out the Patreon page. It's always linked in the description below. It's just patreon.com/Campisi Customs. I'm going to enjoy my lane splitting slow ride home, listen to this exhaust crackle, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. See you guys.